Hey everyone, and welcome. We're going to talk about something absolutely critical for any business right now, how you can actually use AI safely and make it work for you. We're talking about turning it from a kind of risky gamble into a predictable, incredibly powerful part of your team. And the key to that is something called AIBIP. So let's just start with a really direct question. Right now, when you use an AI tool, is it following your specific, unique business rules, or is it kind of just guessing based on everything it's learned from the wider internet? For most companies, the answer to that is a little bit scary.
And that leads us straight into the big dilemma that so many businesses are wrestling with. You know you have to get on board with AI to keep up, but just jumping in head first, well, that usually creates more chaos than clarity. Let's break that down.
Look, it's no secret that AI is a total game changer, but treating it like it's just another app that you can plug in and hope for the best, that is a recipe for disaster. When you do that, you get inconsistent results, things that don't align with your goals, and honestly, you open yourself up to a whole lot of risk. Okay, so let's get into it. Why does this happen? Why do these super powerful AI models so often get it wrong when it comes to your business? It really boils down to a few core issues. First, there's what we call the assumption gap. A generic AI has no idea about your unique three-step process for onboarding a new client. It just knows a generic version. Then you've got the huge risk factor. Without clear rules, it might grab sensitive customer info to answer some random question. And finally, there's the integration hurdle. AI platforms are changing all the time, right? Your core business rules, your secret sauce, should stay consistent and belong to you, not be locked into one specific tool. And this slide really lays out the two paths a business can take. On the left, you have the standard approach. That leads to a high risk of AI hallucinations, which is just a fancy way of saying it makes stuff up. On the right, you have a structured approach that gives you exactly what you need, clear boundaries and controls that make sure the AI is working for you safely and accurately. So, how do we get from that chaotic path on the left to the controlled, predictable one on the right? Well, this is where AIBIP comes into play. And it's important to know this isn't just another AI tool. Think of it more like the foundational rulebook for any AI you decide to use. So AIBIP stands for AI Business Integration Passport. But what it is an infrastructure layer. It's a way of writing down your business rules so that a machine can perfectly understand them. It tells any AI exactly how you operate, what it can and can't do, and what a perfect outcome looks like every single time. This all comes down to a really powerful idea. With a framework like this, your business keeps total control over its core intelligence, your unique processes, your strategy. You're just using the AI's processing power to do the heavy lifting. You own the brain, and you lease the muscle. And get this, to show you how real this is, this entire explainer you're watching right now, the structure, the key points, the flow, it was all generated from ABIP's own business identity passport. We're literally using the product to explain the product. It's pretty cool. So how does this rulebook actually come together? Let's dive into the core framework. AIBIP is built on 5 separate but connected passports that, when put together, give a complete AI-readable map of your business. It all kicks off with the BIP, your business identity passport. That's your who we are. Then comes the WAP, which maps out your workflows, the how we do things. The PSP is all about sourcing and vendors. The CAP sets up your guardrails, your risk controls. And finally, the PDP is about your people, using AI to help them grow. Together, these 5 passports create a complete, airtight blueprint of your operation. The best way to think of each passport is as a formal execution contract. It's not just some static document. It's a live, machine-readable set of instructions that tells an AI exactly how to behave when it's dealing with that part of your business. It ensures the AI acts like a trusted employee, not some unpredictable freelancer. Okay, so you go through this process, you set up these contracts. Why? What's the payoff? Well, this level of control with AI isn't just about dodging bullets. It's about creating some serious, tangible value for your business. The outcomes are huge. You neutralize risk because the AI can't go off script. You get strategic portability. You're not locked into one AI vendor. You get absolute precision and consistency in everything you do. And this is so important. You empower your team by turning the AI into a perfect patient mentor. And finally, you get this thing called high-fidelity discoverability. Basically, it means that when other AIs or partners are looking for a solution you provide, they find and understand you with perfect accuracy, not just based on a few keywords. And all of this brings us to the real takeaway here. The game is changing. What it means to be a modern, competitive business is fundamentally different than it was even a few years ago. For the last 20 years, the big goal was to be digital, right? Get your data online, but that's just table stakes now. To win in this next phase, your business has to be AI readable. That means your core logic, your rules, your very identity, it all has to be structured so an AI can understand and execute it safely and correctly. So, I'm going to leave you with that question. Take a hard look at how your business runs. Is it just a collection of digital files and apps floating around? Or is it truly AI readable with a clear, enforceable contract that puts you, not the machine, in the driver's seat? Because honestly, the answer to that question is going to separate the winners from everyone else in the decade to come.